Namaste, welcome, Salam Alaikum, Sat Shri Akal. So happy to have you join me. So, my friends, today for our yin practice, we are going to explore the rainbow bridge of the chakras. And we will explore this connection between the conscious and the unconscious, between the physical world and the spiritual world. As we rise up with our energy towards liberation, and as we ground down with our energy towards manifestation. So this is two-way flow of energy. And we will explore the energy fields today by working through the chakra system. And the chakra system are the wheels of energy or vital life force, plan, that are located in our subtle body, beyond the physical layer. And if we wanted to visualize them, we would place them along the column of the spine. And we will kind of visualize this central channel known as the Sushmana, in which light radiates and flows in both directions, up and down. So thinking about a busy motorway. Imagine a busy motorway at night. And when you see those images of the cars driving on both sides, and all you see is a blur of lights. And so, and it looks magical at night when we see these like blurs of the cities, in which we see the traffic flowing both directions, and we see these sort of trails of light, sort of shooting trails of light. And so imagine the Sushmana as this sort of highway in which the energy travels in both directions, and there's light flowing, and this light represents the energy source that gives you the vital expression of yourself, that enables you to flow with energy. So come into your settled seat with your legs crossed. Perhaps you're sitting on a cushion or a bolster or folded blanket. Have available all that you need for your yin practice, your bolster or bolster equivalent. That could be rolled up or folded blankets, cushions, or a pillow. Let's settle here, grounding into the earth as we begin our journey through the colors of the rainbow. Bring your hands into Gyan Mudra, thumb and index connected. Bring middle and little fingers extended. Let's bring our palms face up. Closing your eyes or softening your gaze. Beginning to tune into the rivers or channels of energy that flow within our beings, along pathways or rivers that we call nadis or meridians. These nadis, or these rivers of light, are said to be 72,000, both within and beyond the body, within our energetic aura. And when we think about the chakra system, this energy system of the subtle body, we focus mainly on three main rivers, three nadis: the Sushmana, the central channel, and then the Ida and Pingala nadis. These weave across the central channel, the Sushumna, in figures of 8. And at each point where these 3 channels meet and cross, these junctions are said to be the chakras, the wheels. Here the energy commingles, integrates, almost like a Catherine wheel. If you imagine a firework Catherine wheel. And it's these points that are called the chakras. And we have 7 main chakras from the base of our spine all the way to just above the crown, from the root to the crown, from the crown to the root. Taking a full breath in through your nose, full breath out. Visualize a channel or a river running from the crown to the root, the base of the spine, perineum. And fill this channel with a radiating light, flowing in both directions. The ascending is bhukti, the manifesting, grounding energy. The ascending, the rising, lifting energy is called mukti, the liberating energy. So grounding, manifesting energy is bhukti. It descends from the crown to the root. The energy that rises from the root to the crown, the ascending energy, is mukti, the liberating, freeing, uplifting energy. At the base of your spine, visualize a lotus flower, any color of your choosing with any number of petals. And imagine this light is flowing from this lotus flower. Again, this light can be any color of your choosing. Visualize the soft petals curling and uncurling, furling in and opening up. And then at the crown, visualize 1,000-petaled lotus flower. And the roots of that petal, that lotus, reaching down towards the crown, reaching down towards the root, the base of the spine. This circuit of energy, this endlessly flowing circuit of energy. Allow the light, the aura of this light, to fill the whole of your physical self and beyond, so that you are glowing, radiant, emanating light. Any color of your choosing, my friends. Inhaling. Let's bring our hands together in Anjali, that soft parting at the palms. Fingertips together, the outer edges of the hands, the heels of the hands together. Opening by chanting Om 7 times, once for each of the 7 main chakras. Inhale fully. We'll start at the root and then vibrate all the way up to the crown. Om. Om. hands to your eyebrow center. Open out into your lotus flower, your Padma. Little fingers, thumbs, and the heels of the hands together. Middle fingers open out. Lift your gaze and take the lotus above the crown. Welcome, my friends. Welcome. So I have some cards ready as we work through each of our practices, each of the chakras rather, and then I shall offer you both a Vedic mantra or perhaps a bija sound. I'll see how I progress and what I'm inspired to do. So we're going to start with the root chakra, the Muladhara. And for this, we're going to rise up on our feet. And the color here is red. And the affirmation on the card that I have chosen from the colors of the rainbow is free yourself from pain and suffering. So let's rise up on our feet. We don't often start our practice, yin practice on our feet, but we will today. So I'm wearing my socks. You can keep your socks on because I'm feeling a little cold, or you can take your socks off. Let's lift the toes and place them on the earth one by one. Ground down through all four corners of your feet, the big toe mound, the inner arch, all the way to the heel. The little toe mound to the outer heel. Press through, bend into your knees. Now let's engage the Mula Bandha here by squeezing at the pelvis. Zip up through the midline to engage the Uddiyana Bandha. So we're going to engage the locks here. The Mula Bandha and the Uddiyana Bandha by drawing the navel to the spine by squeezing the pelvis. Roll the shoulders down and back, open out the palms. Standing here in Samastiti, equal balance pose. You can close your eyes or gaze at the horizon. And visualize here, my friends, the root chakra, the Muladhara. Think, feel, imagine, visualize the color red, ruby red. At the very root here of the perineum, the base of the spine. Place a 4-petaled lotus flower within a red cube. Connect through the feet with the earth and visualize the roots of the lotus flower reaching down through your legs, through the feet into the earth, Prithvi. I'm going to invite you to come into the Muladhara Mudra, the gesture or seal of energy with our hands. Bring your hands parallel to each other. Interlace the rings and little fingers with the opposite hand. Bring the tips of the middle finger together. And then intertwine the index and thumbs to create an infinity symbol. Middle fingers now point down. This is the Muladhara Mudra. Find stability, foundation here. Soften through the knees if you sense that they are locked. The strongest connection here is through the four corners of the feet and the earth. You may notice that the body is swaying. The feet provide you with your stable, strong foundation. You will chant the bija sound 7 times. Lam. Or you may choose to repeat the affirmation that is offered by our card. Free from pain and suffering. Your choice. Lam. 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 Lum, lum, lum. From here, my friends, we're going to hinge from the hips, soft bend in the knees, and fold forward into Uttanasana. Hands reach down towards the earth. You can maintain your Muladhara Mudra here. Remember, the Muladhara Mudra is opposite little fingers interlaced softly. Tips of the middle finger together. Index and thumbs intertwined into an infinity symbol. The opposite, the same hand, thumb and index connected through a circle here. And then soften, my friends, through the shoulders, the crown, the arms. Have a soft bend in the knees. Now here, imagine that as you are folded here, your crown reaching down towards the earth, that there is a lotus flower at the base of your spine with 4 petals, a ruby red lotus flower. Light radiating here. A glow that envelops the entire area around the root of the spine, the perineum, the hips, the legs, the feet. The smell or the sense associated with the root chakra is gandha, smell. The element is earth, prithvi. Konasana. 3 more breaths here. Bending into your knees, my friends. Let's come down directly to the earth and extend your legs long. We're going to move into Paschimottanasana. We're still working with the root chakra here, Muladhara. Now your option here is to place a bolster underneath or a folded blanket underneath your knees. Rolled up so that as you fold forward, you have some support. I'm keeping my hands, you can see in my Muladhara Mudra. Exhale and hinge from the hips and fold forward. Soften here. Rest your arms and hands on your legs. Rest your abdomen on the thighs. Keep that connection between the base of the spine and the earth directly. You may chant your mantra, bija sound, lam, silently or out loud for the vibrational effect. Now here, as we have folded forward in Paschimottanasana, embrace the whole of the lower body with this ruby red glow. Three more breaths here, breathing from the crown to the root. The radiating light traveling the length of the spine to the root. Bring awareness to the root. We're exploring the landscape of the subtle body and all of the energy centers, the colors of which combine to create a rainbow. Inhale, lift your head and uncurl your spine. And let's move our bolster slightly out of the way so that we can bring the soles of our feet together. In Konasana, butterfly pose, as we rise from the Muladhara into the Swadhishan Chakra here, my friends. Now, your options here are to fold forward without a support, or you can place your bolster or pillow on bricks, on a platform that you've created, or rest your eyebrow center on your bolster at an angle. For the Swadhishan Chakra, think, feel, and imagine orange, apricot orange. Here is the card that I have chosen for us. The yantra, or the shape here, is a crescent, milky white crescent moon lying within a full moon. And emanating from it is this orange glow. Today I offer you the visualization of an apricot orange. And the affirmation is rejoice and laugh. The Swadhishan Chakra at the sacral area, the pelvic area, is associated with the element of water, jala, or apas. The tanmatra, or the sense, is rasa, taste. And my friends, I invite you to imagine that you are biting into a ripe apricot that is juicy, sweet, enjoying the nectar. And the Swadhishan Chakra offers us the opportunities to experience pleasure, love, emotions of joy, sensuality. Our sexuality and passions are associated with the Swadhishan Chakra. Here at the pelvic area, the sacral area, place a 6-petaled lotus flower, the color of apricot, glistening, bejeweled. Allow the radiating light to flow from the Swadhishan from this 6-petaled lotus. Inhale, lift your gaze. Unfurl your spine. We're going to move into the Vista Konasana, Dragonfly pose. And for this, my friends, we're going to extend our legs in both directions. And you have the option of having your legs extended, or you can place some cushions or a rolled up blanket under each knee to give you some support here. And again, you can stay seated up, or my friends, you can fold forward. And I'm using support to lift the earth up towards me. And I'm going to place my forearms on here. You also have the option for coming directly to the earth if that is available to you. I'm going to create a little bridge here. And I'm going to place my hands, my elbows on my bridge, and bring my hands into my Swadhistan Mudra. And this mudra, to create this, my friends, cross the middle fingers over the index. Interlace the ring and little fingers, the opposite ring and little fingers. Bring the tips of the index together. This will automatically bring the nails of the middle fingers together. And then bring the tips of the thumbs to the tips of the middle fingers. This is the Swadhistan Chakra Mudra. Remember, we're all going to be in completely different places in relationship to the earth here. We are working with the flow of water in this chakra. This is the seed or the lotus flower of creativity, of creation, of imagination. Our feelings of pleasure and joy arise from this seed. Rejoice and laugh. The bija sound, my friends, is Vam. 7 times if you wish to join me, so that the vibrations resonate at the Swadhistan Chakra. Vam, 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 Vam. One breath more, and then let's lift the gaze, unfurl the spine to rise up. And my friends, let's move our bolsters or bridges that we've created out of the way here as we come down to the earth for a reclined twist. As we rise up the chakras into the Manipur chakra at the solar plexus. So we're now here just above the navel. You may want to hang on to your cushions or folded blankets so that you can place your knees as you come into your lying down twist. So we're going to come onto the earth here. And I invite you to bend into your knees by placing your feet flat on the earth here. The color here I have chosen as on the spectrum of yellow is gold. Attract abundance is the affirmation. Arms can be reaching out in a T shape or as cactus arms. And then let's gently release the knees over to the left. Jatara Uttanasana. Gaze either up to the sky. You can close your eyes or turn your gaze over to the right. Knees to the left. And here we can activate the core by creating this twist. Think, feel, imagine, and visualize the color yellow. I offer to you gold and yellow. place a 10-petaled lotus flower here. The element, the tattva, is tejas or agni, fire. And this gives rise to the sense or tanmatra of rupa, sight. We can see clearly as this burnished gold glow illuminates all that we need to be aware of. Manipur chakra is our seat of vitality, of transformation, the alchemical magic. Three full breaths here in Jatra Parivartanasana to the left. Attract abundance is the offering of the cards today. When you're ready, my dear friends, let's inhale the knees through center and release them gently over to the right. And again, you can place your knees together on a bolster or a folded blanket or a cushion, arms out in a T shape or cactus arms with a bend in the elbow. Deep twist at the core. Take your awareness in, visualizing the river of light passing through the Manipur chakra, 10-petaled, golden yellow lotus. The yantra here is a downward pointing triangle if you wish to visualize that also. You may choose to stick to our affirmation of attract abundance or chant the resonant vibrational sounds associated with this Manipura chakra, the city of jewels. Ram, 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 ram. Working with the chakras is something that I regularly include in my practice as the seasons change, so that I can tune in and balance the flow of energy, which may be disrupted or unsettled by the changing seasons. I bring inner equanimity so that I can be in harmony with the outer landscape, that there is a harmonious connection between the subtle inner soul and the material outer expression of nature. Inhale through center. Take a moment here to align the spine for a moment. I'm going to rise up in Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose here. So let's, your option, and I wish to take a supported bridge today, so you're invited to take a supported bridge. Press down through all four corners of your feet and then lift the hips and pelvis and place a cushion or a folded blanket or a bolster underneath the heaviest part of your hips and pelvis, so that your hips and pelvis are elevated in relation to your shoulders, and upper back. Or you may lift and hold here. Engage the core, so create a rainbow bridge here. Let's focus again on the Manipur chakra here. Engage here. So place your 10-petaled lotus flower here at the very core of you. You may also come into the Manipur Mudra with your hands. So this is a little tricky. Spread out your fingers and take the right index over the left, underneath the left middle and over the left ring, so that you create a tapestry. And then bend into your middle fingers, bend into your ring fingers, and bring the tips of the thumb and tips of the little fingers together, so you create what looks like a diamond shape here. And then you can rest the Manipur Mudra in the Manipur chakra. Connect with the stamina, the power of the Manipur chakra. We won't be here for long in bridge. 3 more breaths, my dear friends. As you exhale, allow your hips and pelvis to lower. Maintain this golden embrace of the whole self here. And let's release our mudra if we have our mudra. And we're going to roll onto our side, roll onto the left side, my friends, and then come directly onto your abdomen. You can keep your bolster or your folded blanket or your cushion underneath the Manipur chakra here and come onto your forearms. Legs extended behind you. Connect through the big toes into the earth. Arms are creating parallel tracks. Coming into Salamba Bhujangasana, Sphinx pose here. We're now rising up into the Anahata, the heart chakra. Think, feel, and imagine the color green. And I offer to you jade green. The affirmation we have been invited to connect with is take action. Think, feel, and imagine jade green emanating from the heart space. Place a 12-petaled lotus flower here. The yantra or shape, if you wish to include that, is a 6-pointed star. Jade light traveling in all of those 6 directions throughout the body into the space around you. The element, the tattva here is vayu, air. The sense, the tanmatra, is touch, sparsha. Touch. Connect through the hands, the forearms, the abdomen, the hips and pelvis, the legs, and the tops of the feet. Sense the touch of your body with the earth. The feel of the clothes that you're wearing. Expression of compassion, love, trust, and faith. When we trust and have faith, we move from compassion, the actions that we take to benefit our collective communities. You may stay here in Sphinx or exhale, extend the arms as wide as the mat and rise up in Seal, a slightly higher variation of Salambha Bhujangasana. Soften the shoulders. The mantra here is Yum, 7 times into the heart. Yum, 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 yum. Remember, if Seal variation feels too intense for the lower back, return to Sphinx or come into Makrasana. When you take the elbows out, overlay the hands and rest the eyebrow center on the backs of the hands. Lengthening the sternum, which protects the heart. Opening up through the front of the heart. Connecting with the back of the heart through the shoulder blades, the wings of the heart. Think, feel, and imagine jade green. Three more breaths of the variation of Bhujangasana or Makrasana that you may be in, my friends. Exhale, lower the elbows if you lift it up in Seal. Come into Makrasana. Let's rest here for a moment. Elbows to the outer edges of the mat. Lower arms folded in, backs of hands overlaid, eyebrow center resting on the backs of the hands. And let's take a Brahmi breath here, honeybee breath. Direct the vibration into the Anahata, the heart center, the heart space, the unstruck, unheard. Inhale fully. Exhale Brahmi, softly close the lips and teeth. Release your hands. And again, let's roll over onto the left side. Rest there for a moment. And then roll all the way onto your back. Now, my friends, if you still have your folded blanket or cushion here, beautiful, place that underneath the shoulder blades. Below the shoulder blades, so that the shoulder blades are either on the folded blanket or cushion, and then rest the back of your head on the earth. We're coming into supported fish pose, Matsyasana. Now, I've got one cushion here, which is quite low. You may wish to use a bolster, several cushions. So the height of this can be as high or as low as you like, as long as your head, the back of your head, can reach the earth comfortably. We're opening up the throat center here, the Vishuda Chakra. So, for example, if I lay on the length of my bolster, I will ensure that the back of my head is comfortable, my throat is open, and I'll extend my legs or I'll keep a bend in my legs. Whatever feels comfortable for you here. So here, the heart is lifted and open. The throat is open. The back of the head is resting comfortably on the earth, and the head is lower than the shoulders and the heart. This difference between the head and the shoulders does not need to be very much. It can be subtle with a folded blanket or a small cushion underneath the shoulder blades. Legs can have a bend in them, or they may be extended here. Think, feel, and imagine the color blue. And I offer to you here Sion or Sion. And the affirmation that is invited for us today is build your confidence. The confidence to express your truth. Visualize here at the throat a cyan blue lotus flower with 16 petals and drops of dew on each petal. The element of tattva here is akasha, space. The tanmatra, the sense, is sound, hearing, shabda. Radiate, cyan blue light rising from the lotus flower in both directions through the central channel, the Sushumna Nadi. You may wish to come into Vishuda Mudra here. And to do this, bring the palms parallel and gently interlace softly and loosely all of the fingers. And then bring the index and thumbs into this interlocking infinity circle so that you thread through the circle the index and thumb of the same hand and bring the tips to connect. And your option here is to rest that at the throat area. That doesn't feel comfortable. You can reach overhead and place your hands on the earth behind you. Again, you're creating a rainbow effect with the length of the body here. You may connect with your affirmation, build your confidence, or chant the bija seed sound, which here is hum 7 times. Hum, 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 hum. In your supported fish pose, Matsyasana. 3 full breaths here. If your legs are extended, bend into your knees and bring the soles of your feet onto the earth. You're going to roll over onto the left side here. Remember, you are raised up from the earth slightly. So move with mindful awareness onto the left side, the side of the heart. Align there for a moment. And then roll all the way onto your front again, my friends, as we move into Vajrasana, rising up here. Actually, let's come into Vajrasana before we rise up into Vajrasana, my friends. And you can use Balasana's child's pose. Use your bolster or your cushions and place the eyebrow center either directly on the earth or on the raised crop. We're rising up to the Agnya chakra here at the eyebrow center. Think, feel, and imagine the color violet or within that spectrum. And I offer to you today purple. Develop mental clarity. Visualize here at the eyebrow center, the Agnya chakra, a lotus flower with 2 purple petals. Think, feel, and imagine the color purple. We are beyond the senses, or we include all of the senses here, the Mahabhutas, the elements, the Tanmatras, the Mahatanmatras, the Mahabhutas. This is the meeting place of our energy channels, Ida and Pingli, that have been dancing along the length of our Sushumna channel. These Nadi, these rivers of light of Shiva and Shakti, of creation and of consciousness. And it is said that it is at the eyebrow center that they meet, the union of Shiva and Shakti. The seat of introspection, intuition, insight. Let's take one Brahmari here, my friends. Inhale through both nostrils. Exhale, Brahmari. Inhaling, pressing into your hands. Let's rise up into Vajrasana, thunderbolt pose. Thunderbolt pose, our knees are together, our legs are tucked underneath us. If the inside of our ankles does not feel comfortable here, my friends, you may roll up a blanket and place it on the inside of the ankles. And sit up tall here. If that does not feel comfortable, the other option is to sit on a bolster and sit up tall here. Your choice, my friends. And once you're sitting in your Vajrasana, thunderbolt pose, let's bring our hands into our Agnya Mudra. So curl in the left hand and extend the left index. Take the right hand and wrap it around the left index. And let's bring this either to the heart center, or you can bring it to the eyebrow center. Your choice, my yogis. I'm going to keep it at I'll bring it to my eyebrow center actually. Let's chant the bija sound here, or perhaps you connect with this developmental clarity affirmation that we are invited to. The sound here is Om. This is the bija sound of the Agnya chakra, the wisdom seat, the lotus flower with 2 petals representing the energy of Shakti, creativity, the energy of Shiva, consciousness. Om, 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 Om. Embrace the whole self with the purple glow. And then when you're ready, my friends, release our hands. We're going to come into our Sahasrara chakra. And for this, my friends, I invite you to lie down in Shavasana. If you wish to come into a meditation seat, that is all open to you. So you can be in Shavasana or in your meditation seat. We'll come into our mudra, the Nirvana mudra, the mudra of liberation. Cross the wrists, then flip the palms so that they turn towards each other, coming together. Turn the fingers down and in towards the heart, and then lift the fingers up towards the chin. Roll your shoulders away. You create a teardrop shape there. This is Nirvana Mudra, the gesture of liberation. And when the energy has been raised from the root chakra to the crown chakra, Sahasrara, we find liberation, the expression of freedom, the expression of union with the divine, with the source of nature itself. And here we are beyond all elements, beyond all senses, beyond all sound, resting here in silence. There's a 1,000-petal lotus flower just above the crown, with all the shades of the rainbow. Visualize that you are lying under a blanket of a rainbow. The whole of the self, the whole of your mat, beneath the expression of all of the colors of the rainbow. As you breathe in, allow the colors of the rainbow to brighten, to expand. And as you breathe out, allow the colors of the rainbow to merge with the self, to soften. Red at the root, Muladhara. Free yourself from pain and suffering. Plum. Apricot, orange. At the Swadhistan, rejoice and laugh with pleasure. Vam. Gold and yellow at the Manipura, attracting abundance. Ram. Jade green at the heart. Take action in love and trust and faith. Yum. Cyan blue at the throat, the Vishuda. Build your confidence. Hum. Purple at the Agnya Chakra, the eyebrow center. Develop mental clarity. Om. And a rainbow at the crown. Connect to spirit, the divine, and that source of nature. I invite you to stay here in Shavasana or meditation for 5-10 minutes. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Dhanyavad, my friends.